Hey creators, how do you make sure the images that you are putting out on your social media actually stay on brand? Some people do it so dang well and some people also fail at it miserably. If you're someone who fails at it miserably, type I fail down below. And if you are rocking it out, go ahead and say I'm rocking it in the comments below so I know where you stand so I can make more videos for you guys, whoever has the most. So vote down below. But how do you actually make sure you're staying on brand with your imagery? Well, there's actually three main areas, and the overarching theme is that consistency is key. So let's talk about colors first. You want to make sure that you pick a handful of colors that all work together in a uniform way to put those out on social media. So here's the deal. Your brand colors may not necessarily match what works really well on Instagram. Instagram tends to vibe with pinks. They like creams, corals, yellows, pastels. They like tans and cream and white colors. And perhaps your brand colors don't necessarily match. So you want accents of your brand colors in there, but really focus on these other colors as well. My particular brand colors don't necessarily vibe super well on Instagram, so I have accents of those, and you will notice that I have a very consistent color palette within my Instagram as well, and you should too, because that helps with consistency, which lends itself to your brand, and that should also translate not only into Instagram, but to Facebook, to your newsletter, to your website, all of these marketing materials that you're getting out there. Consistency is key when it comes to coloring, but also, as you're working on that, another thing that really matters is your lighting. So you want to make sure that your lighting is very, very consistent. If you love lighting, make sure you check out this video right here all about lighting. And if you fail miserably at lighting, check that out too, because I'm going to give you some tips on how to keep your lighting consistent. And I am going to mention to you that lighting is really, really important on Instagram and on Facebook. So you want to have relatively the same exposure, which is something that you can edit inside of your photos as well. Make sure you check out that video that talks all about how you can be editing your photos inside of your phone, so you don't even have to worry about getting it right in Photoshop or in Canva or any of those other places that you're working on. You can do it right through your phone, or if you are using Photoshop or Canva, these tips apply to you as well for getting that consistent lighting inside of your imagery, because when you see that the exposure is the same in all of the photos in your grid, that really helps to lend itself to your brand, and people can identify it when they're scrolling through their news feed and they notice a photo with your lighting that is going to say, oh, that belongs to that person, whether or not it's in your particular grid. Now, the other thing is you want to make sure your vibes are all the same. If you have something that is so far out there that it doesn't match with what you're doing at all, it's going to be weird in your frame. So you want to make sure your grid is consistent, and if you are going with specific images and all of a sudden you have some random seashells in your image and nothing else beachy in any of your images, that's going to stick out a little bit. So make sure that you are staying consistent with your color, with your lighting, and with the vibes inside of your particular photos inside of your grid on social media. Now, here's the deal. As we're going through this particular story, as we're going through this collection of videos on how to create these flat lays, the next thing I want to talk about is how to layer your objects. So we've talked about where to find your objects, but we are going to be talking about how to layer them in a way that is not overwhelming and doesn't mess up your photos. So join me by clicking the subscribe button and click that notification bell. I drop new videos every single Tuesday and Friday, as well as replays of my live broadcast Ask Me Anything Q&A sessions from my Facebook group, group.kmrobinson.com. And every single week I'm answering your questions live on air in real time, and you can come join all the entrepreneurs creating profitable businesses through smart social media marketing as well by going to group.kmrobinson.com. And if you're trying to up your game on social media, make sure you bounce over to my website kmrobinson.com and hit up hashtag.kmrobinson.com, where I'm giving you a boss's guide to handling hashtags, how to rock out your hashtags over on Instagram to get seen by more clients. Totally free PDF for you guys, and there's tons of extra content over on my website as well. I think you're really going to like. Let me know down in the comments below, how do you keep your images on brand? Let's get a conversation going down in the comments below and help each other to grow. And then join me over in the group. We're going to be talking all about how to do this over there as well. I will see you for the next video where we're talking all about layering your elements in your flat lay images. Until then, have a great day and stay inspired.